Hi Southway. So we have reached the end of the summer term in the last week, so I thought that we would do a super summer quiz of 2020 today. It is lots of different general knowledge questions. So round one is all about people. You will see in the bottom right hand corner of your screen a little circle which tells you the maximum number of points that you can get for each round, and it's 1 point per question you get right. Okay, so question one. Which young girl wrote a famous diary during the Second World War? Question two. Which author wrote Oliver Twist, Great Expectations, and A Christmas Carol? Question three. What is Neil Armstrong famous for? Question four. In which year was Queen Elizabeth II born? I've given you three answers here: 1924, 1926, or 1928. If you watch my David Attenborough assembly, you may remember it from that. And question five. Which person famously said, "I have a dream," in a speech he made in 1963? Okay, and on to the answers for this round. 1. Which young girl wrote a famous diary during the Second World War? It was, of course, Anne Frank. Question 2. Which author wrote Oliver Twist, Great Expectations, and A Christmas Carol? Year 4, you should have got this one. It was Charles Dickens. Question 3. What is Neil Armstrong famous for? He was famous for walking on the moon. He was the first person to walk on the moon. And in which year was Queen Elizabeth II born? The same as David Attenborough, it was 1926. And which person famously said, "I have a dream," in a speech he made in 1963? It was Martin Luther King. And on to the picture round. You are going to see 4 pictures of well-known people. Who are they? So here are your 4 pictures. Who are the following people? Okay, and on to the answers for this round. So the first picture was, of course, Queen Victoria. So year 4, you should have got that one. Question 2, the picture was of Mahatma Gandhi. Number 3 was Theresa May, who was our Prime Minister. And number 4 was Serena Williams, a very famous tennis player. And the next round is all about food and drink. And again, 5 possible marks here. So, number 1, which food group do onions belong to? Question 2, which tasty treat do you associate with the name Cadbury? Question 3, which food group does bread belong to? Question 4, which drink is a great source of calcium and is important for strong teeth and bones? And question 5, and my class should get this right because it is one of my favourite things to drink. PG Tips and Tetley are associated with which drink? Okay, and on to the answers for this round. Okay, so let's go through the answers. The first one, which food group do onions belong to? It was fruit and vegetables. Question 2, Cadbury's is of course chocolate. Question 3, bread belongs to the carbohydrates food group. Question 4, which drink is a great source of calcium and is important for strong teeth and bones? It is milk. And PG, Tips and Tetley are associated with my favourite drink, which is tea. The next round is film anagrams. So for this round, you have got 3 film anagrams that you are going to need to unjumble. So you need to unscramble the letters and it will give you a film title. I've also put a clue in there to help you. So number 1, dry fin no dig. Unscramble the letters. The clue is set in the sea. Question 2, Tuesday bath neat be. Your clue is be our guest. Question 3, immovable hog eat 10. Your clue is Robin's friend. Okay, and on to the answers for this round. So the first one, which was set in the sea, was Finding Dory. The second one, Be Our Guest, was of course Beauty and the Beast. And question 3, this was a little bit tricky. It was the Lego Batman movie. So Robin's friend is Batman. And on to the artists round. So for the artists rounds, you need to name the artists who produced the following artworks. So there's 2 here. Who produced this painting and who produced this piece of artwork here? Okay, and on to the answers for this round. And the first was of course Vincent van Gogh, and the second was an artist who we hear a lot now about in the news, and it was Banksy. And the next round is all about landmarks around the world. Okay, so 5 questions again. Question 1, in which country would you find the longest wall in the world? Question 2, in which country would you find the Golden Gate Bridge? Question 3, which famous tower can be found in Paris? Question 4, in which country would you find the Sydney Opera House? And the question 5 is about the UK. Where in the UK is Mount Snowdon? Okay, and on to the answers for this round. Okay, let's look at the landmark answers. So, you would find the longest wall in the world in China, the Great Wall of China, of course. The Golden Gate Bridge can be found in the United States of America, the USA. In Paris, of course, it is the Eiffel Tower. Question 4, if you know where Sydney is, you would have got this. You would find the Sydney Opera House in Australia. And the UK, in the UK, Mount Snowdon is in Wales. This next round is all about animals. For the animals round, there is just 4 questions. So, question 1 and 2, you're naming animals. So, number 1, name the fastest mammal in the world. And number 2, name the tallest mammal in the world. Question 3, what is the name of the largest creature on Earth? And question 4, year 6, you should get this because of Frozen in Time. Do penguins live at the North Pole or the South Pole? Okay, and on to the answers for this round. The fastest mammal in the world is the cheetah, and the tallest mammal is the giraffe. The name of the largest creature on Earth is a sea creature, and it is the blue whale. And penguins, of course, live at the South Pole. We've got another picture around for you now. This time there are 5 well-known people that you need to identify. So, you've got 5 people there. Who are they? Okay, and on to the answers for this round. In 1, year 5, you should have got that one. It was Albert Einstein. Question 2 was Beyonce. Picture 3 was Simon Cowell. 4 was Mo Farah. And 5 was Ed Sheeran. For the next round, we have got some riddles for you to solve. So there's 4 riddles, not 3. So number 1, what is at the end of a rainbow? Number 2, what belongs to you but others use it more than you? Number 3, what am I? The more you take, the more you leave behind. And the last riddle, what starts with T, ends in T, and has T in it? Okay, and on to the answers for this round. Okay, the answer to riddle number 1, you might have thought, what is at the end of a rainbow is a pot of gold, but it is the letter W. Number 2, what belongs to you but others use it more than you? I think I might have done that riddle before for you. That was your name. Question 3, the more you take, the more you leave behind is footsteps. And the 4th one, what starts with T, ends in T, and has T in it? It is teapot. Geography next. We've got a geography round for you of geography from around the world. So let's have a look. Right, number 1. What is the capital of Sweden? Question 2. What is the name of the world's highest mountain? In which country would you find the capital city of Madrid? Question 4. Which world continent begins with the letter E? And question 5. What is the capital city of Australia? Let's see how many capitals you can remember, because we did some capital work on the VLE over the last few weeks. And this round is on rivers. 3 questions for you this time on rivers from around the world. So, question 1, which river flows through London? Question 2, which capital city does the River Seine pass through? And question 3, you may know where it goes through, which country, but the River Nile flows into which sea? Okay, and on to the answers for this round. And the answers for rivers. So, the river that flows through London is the River Thames. The capital city that the River Seine passes through is Paris in France. And the River Nile flows into the Mediterranean Sea. Again, 3 questions this time on the royal family. I always find this clip funny of the children in the royal family messing around a little bit on the balcony. So, the royal family. Question 1. Who is next in line to the throne after Prince William, Duke of Cambridge? Question 2. When was Prince Philip born? So the Queen's husband, Prince Philip, when do you think he was born? 1917, 1921 or 1926? And in which year did Queen Victoria die, do you think? 1891, 1901 or 1910? Okay, and on to the answers for this round. The next in line to the throne after Prince William is his son, Prince George. Prince Philip is slightly older than Queen Elizabeth II, our Queen, and he was born in 1921, so he's 5 years older than the Queen. And in which year did Queen Victoria die? She died in 1901. Final round is sport. Question 1. Which stadium is home to Liverpool Football Club? Question 2. Let's see how many of you watched my assembly this week. What is the name of famous tennis tournament which takes place in London every year? Question 3. There is a sport that uses stones. What is it? Question 4. What do the initials GA stand for in netball? And question 5. In rugby union, how many points is a try worth? Okay, and on to the answers for this round. And the answer to number 1, Liverpool Football Club, Anfield Stadium. I didn't know that one. Question 2, of course, the famous tennis tournament is Wimbledon. Question 3, the sport that uses stones is curling. Number 4, the initials GA in netball stand for goal attack. And number 5, in rugby, how many points is a try worth? It is worth 5 points. Thank you for taking part in the Super Summer Quiz of 2020. I hope you've enjoyed all the quizzes that we've been doing over the last term. I know that Miss Navarro, Miss Bowers and myself have really enjoyed doing them with you. Have a wonderful summer holiday and we look forward to seeing you in September.